Hey, what's up, guys? Awesome Bomb here, and today I want to share my impressions of Metro Last Light. So I have played this game thanks to the Instant Game Collection of February, and yeah, I mean, like there have been quite a few good games out there right now, thanks to that I've been able to play. And yeah, well, of course, one of these is Metro Last Light. So I have never played a Metro game before. Metro Last Light is my very first Metro game. I've never really had any interest in the franchise Metro. I mean, it seems there's quite a few different Metro games, like all sorts of like there's some books or something like that out there that have all these stories of what happens in the game or something like that. So I believe Metro Last Light is based on a book. I don't know what the book was called. It was called Metro something. Um, but yeah, whatever. So I played the game on medium because I thought like easy would be maybe too easy and hard would be a bit too hard. And afterwards, I'm pretty glad I did pick medium. So yeah, whatever. So let's start off with the gameplay and what I actually liked about it. So the first thing I liked about the gameplay is that you get three equipable weapons. You get to have three weapons on you. Um, this is in contrary to Bioshock Infinite, for example. You only have two weapons that you can use, or that you can have like with you. While there's quite a few different guns in the game, and I'm glad, like in Metro Last Light, that you get at least like one more extra gun, like in your possession, so that you can use it whenever you want to. I still think it would have been better if you had the option to carry these weapons like in a backpack, kind of like Borderlands 2. Like you have this backpack and you can store all your weapons. Like I think in standard, like you have like 10 backpack spots or something like that. So you can like store your weapons in there if you like want to use them for different occasions, you know. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's still better than Bioshock Infinite with three equipable weapons instead of two. So I guess that's a good thing. But whatever. I mean, it's not really a big deal. But I just think it would have been better if you had the option to like carry all the weapons, at least more than three, like around 10 or something like that. But whatever. So whatever. Yeah. So another thing I like about the game is that you can customize your weapons really well. I mean, you can like buy all these attachments to the gun, like they kind of do make a difference. Like it sometimes you don't even notice it, but they do kind of do make the difference. The attachments do. So I mean, I'm glad they're there. Like you can attach these like scopes, and like there's quite a few different scopes in the game. You can have the suppressor, obviously, like laser sights and flash hider, muzzle flash hider, or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, it's not like it's a big deal or anything, but it's just good to see that you can have these attachments to your attachments to your weapons. So yeah, it's just a good thing. It's better to have that in there than to not have it in there. So another thing I liked about the game are the visuals. I mean, this game is graphically is probably one of the best looking games I've played on the PlayStation 3. I mean, this game just looks so nice. It's just, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty close to one of the best looking games I've played. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty fucking nice though. I mean, you gotta be honest. This game, like on PC, this game when played on PC with best graphics, it just looks freaking crazy. I mean, like I've played it on the PC at my brother's place, and that damn dude, like it just looks so fucking nice. Unbelievable. Like seriously, I don't know, man. This just looks so fucking nice. But whatever. So I mean, this also looks good on the PlayStation 3 for a PlayStation 3 title. So yeah, I mean, it's a really good looking game. Um, and of course, another thing I like about the gameplay, it's actually kind of connected to the world of the game. The enemy designs are pretty fucking nice. I mean, There's quite a few different kind of enemies. Of course, you have the human enemies, and then you have these like I don't know. I mean, I would like to say alien creatures. They're not. I don't know. I don't know if they're alien or not. I mean, perhaps they are, but I don't know. But there's these like creatures that just wander around the place, and they're fucking creepy at times. It's like it's fucking. They just look so nice and detailed. It's like it's pretty fucking cool, and like they have these unique. They have unique AI. I mean, it's like they behave differently, all of them. And that's a really cool thing I like about the enemies. They don't act the same. They are all kind of different in their own ways, and it's pretty cool that they were able to do that. Uh, so yeah, talking about the world is very believable. I mean, the world is pretty much like a I would almost say post-apocalyptic world. It's like imagine a world in which the World War II ended, or actually not really did end. Like the Nazis survived, and like Russians and Nazis kind of like are still in war, and it's like the nuclear bombs have been used on Russia or something like that. So this world, you're in Russia, by the way, in Moscow, I believe. This place has been this like it's been like blown up with nuclear bombs. So that place does not look very nice at all. I mean, it's just very hostile, and like when you look at this world, you can tell that something really bad happened here. Um, I mean, it's ridiculous though. The world just looks very believable. I mean, that's all I wanted to say about the world really. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a really well done uh, world. Pretty much, it's really believable. So yeah, I mean, it almost feels alien. Sometimes when you're like up on the surface, you kind of feel like it's not Earth anymore. You feel like you're on some alien planet, and like it just looks very believable. That's yeah. I mean, it's just like how I wanted to say. Um, but yeah, I mean, more gameplay stuff that I really like. Of course, when you're playing, um, you have these stealth sequences. Is that how I say it? Probably. I mean, but they're optional. I mean, you have the choice to play the game stealthy or play the game aggressive. You know, like just go in guns ablazing and just fucking shoot everything, blah, 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 or you can go really fucking stealthy and just go really quiet and like stay in the darkness. And then when you get close to an enemy, just knife him, or you can throw these like throwing knives. It's pretty fucking cool. I mean, I really like stealth sequences. At least, unless fuck. Really like stealth sequences because when they go wrong, you're like, fuck, man, I shouldn't have done that. God damn it. And that really gives this immersive feel into the game. Like you feel like you really are in the game, and that's really something really important for every game to have. That you do have the feeling like you're really into it. And then the last thing I really liked about gameplay is there's these spooky moments in the game. I mean, this game is like it's really how do you say it? It's kind of depressing. The world is really depressing because of these like this landscape outside. When you're outside, you have to wear a gas mask in order to survive outside, and it's fucking ridiculous though. But yeah, of course, this world that's like totally destroyed also brings these spooky moments. Um, I'm actually gonna say scary moments. Kind of, they have these like this in certain parts of the game you come across um, these things. I call them shadow people. They're basically like black figures that kind of look like people, but you can only see them like when you're not directly looking at them. So like when you look this way and the thing is right there, you can see it, but when you look right at it, you don't see it anymore, and that's like it's very creepy, very creepy. especially when you have your fucking game sound quite high, because you can like hear them whispering stuff at you, and like these children, you hear them kind of laughing and crying, and it's fucking it's very, oh shit. Wow, what the fuck happened there? It's very creepy. Can I get this up again? There we go. No, wait. Wow, this is, god damn it. All right, well, this is not working out. There we go. That's it. That should do it. But yeah, I mean, this is like, it's very creepy. Oh man, it's just like it's. They also tried to do these like little jump scares, and that didn't really work out on me, at least. I mean, they were kind of predictable, but like whatever. I mean, this tension when you're like with these shadow people. I don't know what they're called. Maybe they're actually called shadow people. I don't even know. Like when you're with them, you hear their whispering and these children fucking crying and shit, and you see them like on the side of your screen, and you see them all the damn time. You're like, I just want to get out of here. Fuck this place. It's just very fucking creepy. But yeah, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I like these kind of things. I mean, they do add to the experience. So yeah. So of course there's some stuff about the gameplay I didn't like. I mean, this is not a perfect game at all. So the first thing I really didn't like about the gameplay is that there are simply no waypoints. So sometimes, at least I had these moments, I was just walking around 10 to 15 minutes trying to find my way through a room of like 50 meters to 20 meters. I don't know. There's some parts in the game when if you don't pay attention, you will not find your way out of a place easily. It's like there's this, for example, one part you're outside and you have to wear this gas mask, but like the filters run out eventually. Like one filter takes about 5 minutes or something to be like depleted, and it's kind of fucked up because you can really lose a lot of filters if you're like lost outside. And I had this actually at 2 moments in which I was like basically lost outside, and I was like running out of filters because I didn't know where to fucking go. And like I heard this like companion I was walking along with. He said, "There's a ladder. Come up the ladder." But I was looking around the place. I was like, "What are you talking about? There's no ladder here." And like I had to seriously walk around 10 minutes in circles trying to find this fucking ladder until I finally found it somewhere fucking hidden in the rubble, and like it's fucking stupid. But I mean, I get they should have had these like things like the waypoints. They should have been like, if you can't find the objective in 5 minutes, you'll see this waypoint that's like pointing towards the ladder, for example. Like, here's the ladder, go up here, because you can't find it apparently. I mean, it's just I had this personal thing. I don't know if other people have had this issue or not. I mean, I just had this issue, and I was like, God damn it, really? But really, whatever. So another thing I didn't really like about the gameplay is that it kind of does feel very linear and very repetitive at times. Like, especially when you're outside, you just feel like you're not doing much. Like you're walking through this world, trying like to survive and beat these monsters, whatnot. But I don't know, man. You waste a lot of fucking filters and like fucking ammo trying to get through that part outside, and it's not funny anymore. Like when you're out there and like trying to survive, at some point you're just like, fuck it, I don't want to go through this again. I don't want to. I mean, I had enough of this outside role. Let me just get inside again. I mean, I understand that would have to give you some kind of reaction, like some kind of emotion to that. Like it should have added something, like this feeling of, as I said, like I don't want to be outside. But it's not. It's really annoying, and I don't think it's very well executed at all. I mean, I understand they are trying to get this emotion out of you, but it's not working. At least not on me. I mean, I hated being outside, and it just felt annoying. Kind of really ruined the experience for me at times. But whatever. And the last thing I didn't really like about the gameplay is that it just feels too depressing for me. I don't like having games that are too depressing. I'll take another example. The Last of Us is also quite a depressing game at times, but it's not as depressing as Metro Last Light. I mean, this is probably most depressing game I've ever played. It's just it just I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't feel like it's gonna be fun. Like you're just walking around this place and you're like, I don't want to keep playing, but I just need to keep playing because I want to know what happens after this. If there's actually gonna be something happening, because in the most biggest part of the game, you're just not doing much. Like literally, you're not doing much. But whatever. Um, but yeah, I mean, just the depressing feeling is just not. It's just not good for me. It's not very good for me. But whatever. I mean, some people may like it. I don't like it. That's all I can say. But whatever. So, so enough about the gameplay. Let's talk about the story real quick as well. Um, and there is not much I liked about the story. Not. I mean, this story it just didn't grab my attention at all. I was like, it was not interesting. That was all I can say. I mean, this is like the story itself is not very interesting for me. I didn't feel connected to the character like the one you're playing or like other characters. Also, the story felt really predictable at times, and it just I don't know. I mean, this is there's not really it's not a revolutionary story or anything. It's not really a great story at all. But yeah, I mean, really the only moment I really liked the story was about like the last 2 or 3 hours or so. You meet up with this character. I'm not going to spoil it, who it is or what it is, but you meet up with a character and you basically walk around the world for with that character for quite some time, and you do get a certain bond with it. At least I did. I did get a kind of bond with the character, and I felt like the character and I were connected and should not have been or should be together. I mean, we should always be together and not leave. You know what I'm saying? Like when the character was gone for a moment, I was already feeling this moment. Like, where did you go? Come on, come back to me, please. Or I want to stay with you. I mean, there's a certain feeling of trust in that other character, and I really like that. I mean, this is like the only part of the game where I actually enjoy playing the game a lot, and I was like, wow, this is pretty fucking good. I mean, I like this whole character development, that like connection to the character. I really like that. But yeah, other than that, I mean, this story is just not interesting at all for me, at least. I really did not find this story intriguing. Not it just didn't grab my attention, and the ending is also quite disappointing. It just doesn't feel like the ending that this game should deserve. But whatever. I mean, I don't know. It's a very generic ending, and I don't know. It just didn't feel like um, a lot. It just didn't feel like I wanted to see more after the ending. I guess that's connected to the my thoughts about the story overall. I didn't like the story, so the ending didn't also really like do much in my to my emotions or whatever. So yeah, I mean, Metro Last Light it's an interesting game. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. The gameplay is pretty good, has its flaws, has this like depressing vibe that doesn't really attach to me very well or anything. The story isn't really interesting until the last few hours where you kind of get this connection with the character you're with. Um, but yeah, I mean, other than that, this game is pretty decent. Um, I personally don't think it's worth buying. No, it's not worth buying it. It's a decent game, but it's not that like good or anything. It's not like the best game of 2013. It's not even on my top 10 probably. If I have played all the games of 2013, it wouldn't even be in a list of top 10. Um, but whatever. But I mean, it's a decent game. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think it's worth buying it. And perhaps if you have PlayStation Plus, you might as well just play it to see for yourself how you like it. If you like it or don't like it. Um, but yeah, I mean, if I would have to give this game a score, I would have to give it a. I, I'm gonna say a 7.5 out of 10. I wanted to give it a 7 out of 10, but I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 because this game, it just looks very nice, and the world is very believable, and I really like that. Gameplay sometimes feels very good as well. But yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, it's a decent game, as I said. I mean, I don't want to give it a too low score because it's not. I mean, I do appreciate the work the developers have put into this game. I mean, you can tell that these developers have put a lot of work into this game, and I feel kind of bad for them if I give it a lower score. So yeah, I mean, 7.5 out of 10 is still a decent score. Not the best out there, but it's a decent one. So whatever. So yeah, those were my impressions on Metro Last Light. Next week, or probably even this week, I'll do a impressions video on Guacamelee, which is an indie game, and it was pretty fun as well. And yeah, stay tuned for that review, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, or I should say impressions video. I hope you enjoyed this one as well. If you have any questions, like what I wanted, if you want to hear more of my like impressions, just like comment, and like I'll answer it as quickly as I can. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Later.